I did not have fun watching that Eagles game. I did not have any fun at all. That wasn't fun. That was brutal. From start to finish, it wasn't fun. We're not going to overreact, obviously. It's week 1. The Eagles looked like they hadn't played football since last season. Not playing in the preseason. I don't know. You let me know in the comments. Is that why they look like this? Because they didn't play in the preseason? I don't know if that's the answer. But it was underwhelming. It was underwhelming for sure. You know, after last season, you're one of the best teams in the league. You get all the way to the Super Bowl. You play great in the Super Bowl. And then you feel like you added pieces to make the team even better than they were last year. And, you know, I guess we're jaded as Eagles fans. I guess we're, you know, we needed to be brought back down to earth a little bit. We were all predicting this was going to be a 33-10 blowout. People were talking about we're going to be 15-2 on the season, 15-2 or 14-3. And it's because we feel like this roster is so dominant on the offensive side and the defensive side that nobody should be able to mess with us. But we came out today and we showed that we are, in fact, human and somebody can mess with us. I don't obviously know just by one game how good the Patriots actually are. I know Mac Jones was one of the most accurate quarterbacks in college football history, so I think there's a lot of potential there. You saw at certain points in this game his accuracy on display, really stabbing us in the chest, knifing through us on crucial drives. You know, so shout out to young Mac Jones. I think he has potential to be a great quarterback. You never know. The Patriots defense was impressive, or was our offense just that bad? I think I'm going to start with the play calling, man. I think I'm going to start with the play calling. Brian Johnson, Eagles' new offensive coordinator. Today was the first display of Brian Johnson that we get to see as an Eagles coordinator, and it was not impressive. I mean, let me put it this way. It was raining in the first quarter, right? So it was a defensive battle. Nobody wanted to throw the ball. It stopped raining. The Philadelphia Eagles continued to call the game as if it continued to rain the whole time. I could not understand this play calling in this game whatsoever. This was sheer beta male play calling. He was calling the game scared. He was calling the game soft. I mean, we were, at points it looked like the Pro Bowl. It looked like we didn't actually want to do anything. What are we doing? We're just running the ball and then calling QB keepers on like 3rd and 15. And Hurts is running there and like ducking and laying on the ground before he gets hit. And I'm like, what am I watching? Aside from the Devontae Smith 5-yard touchdown, I don't think we threw the ball forward down the field the entire first half. It made no sense. There was a point where we threw the ball on 1st and 20 and ran the ball on 3rd and 20. If this was in Philly, there would have been boos in the crowd because, not because we think the team sucks, not because we think they're not going to be great this year, but because the play calling was fraudulent. I don't like when I see somebody surrender. I hate nothing more than a 3rd and 20 and you hand the ball off to Boston Scott up the middle and punt it. That's fraudulent behavior. That's what that is. So, Brian Johnson in this game was a fraud of an offensive coordinator. That's honestly how I feel about it. Second half, he comes out throwing the ball, and it's almost like Nick Sirianni went in there at halftime and looked right at him and said, hey, you know we could throw the ball, right? You know we got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert, right? And he comes out the second half throwing the ball. Just like, what are the odds? You know what I mean? Way too many QB keepers, man. Way too many. I said last season, Hurts is going to get hurt if we keep running him like this. And we ran him into the ground in Chicago, freezing cold temperatures, and he got hurt last season. And then we had to watch Gardner Minshew for 3 games, and that was brutal. Now you pay he has the season that he had last season. You pay the man, what, $50 million a year, whatever the contract was. Why are we still QB keeping this guy up the middle? Why? Protect your quarterback. I'm tired of seeing it. Hand it off to somebody. So 3 minutes left in the game. One of several chances to put it away. The Patriots gave us so many chances to put it away and not let them hang around. Another chance to put it away. 3 minutes left. Another QB keeper. And Hurts gets popped and fumbles the football. I absolutely hated the play calling in this game. I thought Jalen Hurts was not good in this game. I thought he looked rusty. I still obviously think he's going to get back to what he did last year. I think he'll be an MVP candidate again. But this was bad. This looked rusty. You know, a lot of the RPOs, he kept the ball himself. I thought he was scared to take chances in the first half. You know, I don't think it was just Brian Johnson not calling the plays in the first half. I think Hurts was scared to go down the field in the first half. Second half, he started to take chances. And I liked it. But I thought he played a little bit conservative. A little too conservative. I thought he kept the ball too many times, putting himself, you know, at risk. I didn't think he was great at reading the field. I think he missed Dallas Goedert over the middle 100 times in this game. Threw it into triple coverage down the left sideline to Devontae Smith. That throw was off. He had a couple nice throws, though. A couple really nice ones. And I'm sure he'll get in the groove. He'll shake off the rust, and he'll be more of that type of quarterback than he was, you know, the other way he was in this game. The touchdown to Devontae Smith was a dime on the sideline, only where he could get it. Had another really long one to A.J. Brown that was called out of bounds, but that was a dime. You know, he had some good throws. He had some bad throws. I didn't think he was great in this game. I didn't think he was good, really, at anything in particular in this game. So, you know, we'll see next week. But I definitely saw some rust. I didn't like the play calling. Saw some rust out of Jalen Hurts. And, you know, we held on to win it. The defense was suspect at times and great at times. You know, the 2 turnovers in the first half, in the first quarter, really set the precedent for the whole game. I mean, without those 2 turnovers, I don't know if we even win this game. You know what I mean? And both of them were because of Mac Jones. If you really look at it, the interception for Darius Slay and returns it for a touchdown. Awesome play. Darius Slay doesn't look like he's slowing down as he ages whatsoever. He stays in great shape. He's a hard worker, you can tell. So the pick 6 was great, but it was because Mac Jones threw the ball behind the wide receiver. Then the very next play for the Patriots, Mac Jones throws the ball behind Zeke over the middle, forcing him to stop and turn and try to start again, which allowed the defense to catch up and hit him from behind, and we forced a fumble. So both turnovers were Mac Jones' fault in the first quarter, and we benefited from those. We scored a touchdown on one. I think we only got a field goal out of the second one, but pretty underwhelming. Pretty underwhelming. The positives, Jalen Carter was an absolute monster. Absolute beast. You can't even block this guy one-on-one. He beat his man almost every single time when he was one-on-one. He's a monster. The size of that man, combined with the agility and speed, is almost unheard of. I mean, he could be the next Aaron Donald. I really think that. So Jalen Carter was awesome. What else was good about this game? Kenny Gainwell in the first quarter. You know, Kenny Gaines, baby. I said last year, you know, I thought Kenny Gainwell should have been the featured back over Miles Sanders. And we ran the ball a lot in the first quarter. I think Gainwell had 6 rushes in the first series. And I like Kenny Gainwell. But I do have a question. You know, DeAndre Swift having that awesome run in the preseason, he didn't get a carry until the fourth quarter. So I didn't really, you know, understand that either. I would have liked to see a little bit more of a dynamic in the, if you were going to run as heavy as you ran in the first half, I would have liked to see a little bit more creativity than just Gainwell up the middle, Gainwell up the middle, Gainwell up the middle, you know. I just thought it was underwhelming. We looked like we were going to absolutely stomp them, you know. Our first drive looked pretty easy. The 2 turnovers, and then it just became we came back down to earth. And, you know, thankfully, the receiver named Booty is actually Booty because he can't get his feet in bounds because we gave them so many chances to keep the game alive. We should have ended this game 17 different times. And what was it? 4th and 11 down there at the end of the game. They go for it. Mac Jones, dime. Booty doesn't get his feet down. He doesn't know how to get his feet down. So shout out to him for that. I thought Mac Jones was impressive, aside from the 2 mistakes in the first quarter. I thought he was impressive, man. If you give him time, and in that Bill Belichick system, man, I think the Patriots can make some noise this season. I was, you know, my friend Steph's a Patriots fan. I talk trash all the time. But, you know, they showed me in this game that, you know, maybe the Patriots can do something this year. And I just thought the Eagles were rusty, and it wasn't much fun to watch. I don't really have much else to say about the game. It stunk. I didn't like watching it. Hopefully something happens this week, and, you know, we go in the film room and really watch what was going on. And next week looks different. It's a short one, isn't it? It's Thursday night, right? We'll see, man. But, you know, that's what I think. I'm not overreacting. I know this team can be right back in the Super Bowl if they get it together. But I do think that our first taste of Brian Johnson wasn't great. Pause. Give me all your thoughts and comments in the comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out.